Are you watching the game with your buddies, but texting love notes to your sweetie? Not only are you a wuss, but you're paying 20 cents every time you prove it. You better man up! Comedy Time presents Man Up, Stand Up.
Explosion! Man up! Stand up! Drink a beer, shoot a deer, and punch somebody in the face. Oh yeah! Man up! That's right! Stand up! Doing push-ups, lifting weights, man up or stand up tonight. Oh, man up, stand up tonight! Yeah!
Welcome to Man Up, Stand Up, where we pick great comedy the way some guys pick their nose. We dig down deep to bring you the biggest chunks of funny we can find. Whoa, I am disgusting myself here. As always, we have 4 hilarious comedians. You'll see Jesse Sanchez Jr., Jason Canning, and Lou Dinos. And to kick things off, here's some short, fast funny from Tony Boswell.
Here's what I've learned about women. They're not men. That's it, period. Now, obviously, we're different physically, thank God. But I think, ladies, you'll agree, we don't think the same way. We don't communicate the same way. And now I'll give you my example. Here is a disagreement between 2 men, and then the same disagreement between a woman and a man. All right, 2 men. First guy will say something like, I don't think most Holiday Inns have a bar. Simple enough. Second guy says, well, I think most Holiday Inns do have a bar. And the first guy says, well, why would you think that? And the second guy says, I travel a lot, I stay in a lot of hotels, and my experience has been most Holiday Inns have a bar. And the first guy says, cool. A woman says, I don't think most Holiday Inns have a bar. And a guy says, I think most Holiday Inns do have a bar. And the woman says, no, they don't. And the guy says, I travel a lot and I stay in a lot of hotels. And my experience has been most Holiday Inns have a bar. And the woman says, no, they don't. And the guy says, seriously, I'm on the road like 200 days a year. I probably stay in 50 Holiday Inns every year, and every one I've ever stayed in has had a bar in it. And the woman says, no, they don't, again, as if repeating it somehow makes it true, right? So the guy very rationally goes on the internet to holidayinn.com, and he downloads a frickin' list of every Holiday Inn with a bar, and then he gets a map of the United States as big as that wall, and he sticks push pins in the location of every damn Holiday Inn, and he wraps it up as her birthday present, and he gives it to her, and she says, you're a jerk.
I tell my girl, there's no bar at the Holiday Inn, because I don't want her to know about the Holiday Inn bar babes. Those chicks are so easy. They'll come up to your room for a free bar of soap. Coming up next, we're heading south of the border, and Jesse Sanchez Jr. brings the Buena Comedia. Man Up, Stand Up, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Man Up, Stand Up. Jesse Sanchez Jr. is proud to show us his Mexican heritage. That's right, you Yankees, open up your minds. There's more to Mexico than Speedy Gonzalez or Cheech and Chong. There's also tequila and hot Telemundo babes. I am so diverse. Here's Jesse Sanchez Jr.
There's a lot of Mexicans in here tonight, man, I swear. That's a lot of unpaid car registrations right there, Dash. It's true! I got fake tags on my car. Dude. The other day, my buddy Rick calls me up. He's like, hey, dog, we're going to the strip club. And I'm like, okay, let's go. And he's like, but we're going to Mexico. I'm like, nah, dude, there's no way, dude. I'm not going down there. There's all kind of bad stuff going on. No way. And he was just like, come on, dude, we're going to go party up like Mexicans. I'm Mexican already? What are you talking about? He's like, come on, dog, let's go. And I'm just like, dude, there's no way in hell you're going to get me to go. So we end up across the border. And we go to the strip club, and we just went to the strip club, and we ate some tacos, and we're walking back across the border now. So we come to immigration, and the guy is right there, and he's like, let me see your ID. So I give him my ID, and he's like, all right, you bring anything back with you? I'm like, I hope not. But man, I can't kick this cough. I don't feel good. I just find all the white people like, oh. I'm gonna call my Kaiser Permanente first thing in the morning. I'm gonna make an appointment. Honey, speed dial right now, please. White people and Mexican people, man, we're totally different. I'm gonna give you two scenarios. The other day I'm at work, I start choking, and this white guy comes up to me and he's like, "Oh, are you okay, Jesse? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, bro, Arthur, I'm fine." He's like, "Oh, let me see your throat. Let me see." So he starts touching my throat, and I'm like, "Oh, some inflammation. Okay, take 2 of these, and you'll be good in the morning." I'm like, "Okay." Now this is the Mexican version. So I'm drinking some water, and I choke on my water. I'm like, and he comes over. "Hey, wait, what's wrong, man? What happened? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, I'm cool. I just choked on my water." And he goes, "Oh, I know what happened. I know." I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "Oh, it went down the wrong pipe." What? Sí, se fue al otro lado. It's only one pipe, dog. He's like, "No, there's one for air and one for water." All right, here goes another scenario. My neighbor, he's white. He comes over to my house. He's knocking on the door. He's like, "Hey, Jesse, I need some help." I'm like, "All right, what do you need, man?" He's like, "I need one of those Mexican rentals. Like a lowrider?" And he's like, "No, those guys at Home Depot." "All right, dog, well, what do you need to know?" And he's like, "Well, I need some work done to my house. How do I know what guy does what?" It's easy, dude. All you gotta do is look at their shoes. If one of them has paint, he's a painter. All right. If one of them has plaster, you know he could do some drywall in your house. And if one of them has some concrete and the tip of his toe is curled up like that. Mira Chepe, he could do good concrete. Clean shoes, I wouldn't hire you, dog. And he said, "Well, how do I get their attention?" And I was like, "Easy, dog, you gotta do this little distinct whistle, you know." I think I saw you at Home Depot, dog. Nope. So I can understand people with heavy accents. You give me an Asian guy, a Mexican guy, Indian guy, no problem, man. I work at the DMV. I go down like this. Beep, now serving B100 at window number 10. Indian guy. Habib, what you need? Oh, tags for the taxi? Okay, I got you. Come through. Asian guy, come through. What do you need, man? They took my car away. Oh, because you're a bad driver, that's why, fool. Hey, this is how Asians change lanes on the freeway.
I hate the DMV. You have to wait forever. One guy had to wait so long, by the time he left, his new Mustang was an old classic. Now we go from Mexicans to Brits. Jason Canning is going to give us some jolly good funny. We're the United Nations of comedy here when Man Up Stand Up returns after this. We now return to Man Up Stand Up. Jason Canning is a British fellow trying to learn how to drive in LA. I've got news for you, Jason. The only safe ride in LA is on a carousel. And even then, I've seen multiple pony pileups. Cheerio, it's Jason Canning.
I drove here. Anyone else drive? Yeah. Good for you. Good for you. I came on that 110 all the way here. It's just a road. A really big road, but so I drove up. I'm learning very quickly though, because I'm terrified driving over here. I've stopped using turn signals. Yeah, it's you and me, brother. No. They are a sign of weakness. If you are still using them, join us. Liberate yourself. Honestly. I drove to San Diego yesterday. I didn't mean to. I got caught in one of those carpool lanes. I can't. 200 miles in the. I'm trying to get out. I can't get out. I had my swimming trunks on. I only wanted to go to Venice for a swim. Ended up in San Diego talking to panda bears. It's amazing I'm here. I've got the parents over. That's fun. Got the parents staying with me. I don't know if you've ever noticed this about your dads. My dad's like 76 now, right? I mean, there's one thing I've noticed about his pants are getting higher and like they were so high this time. He's like, hang on, love, let me just get me wallet. Hang on a second. Where? Oh, where is it? Hang on. Oh. Seriously, Dad? Pull your pants down. Not now. Oh. Have we got any mums in the audience? Don't get like my mum. My mum, right, she saves on everything. Like, she saves on everything. She saves on water. Seriously, don't ever get my mum to run you a bath. I know that is highly unlikely for you to turn up and go, oh, Mrs. Canning, what are you doing in my house? Running a bath. Seriously, I'll have 2 inches of bath water in the butt. 2 inches. My mum, she's just like, oh, that's enough to wash your bits in. In case you forgot where your bits are, just... Like my schedule's that busy, all I've got to do is just dunk them. Let's go, all right. Let's get out of here, I got things to do. Unbelievable. Here's another thing my mum saves on, soap. That expensive commodity, soap. She will not throw soap away. I went back to Christmas to visit them. She had soap in the house the size of a penny. I was in the shower, I felt like I was touching myself up. This is going to take forever. Finally, she'll get a new bar of soap. Do you know what she does with the old bit? She molds it into the new bar. Do you do that as well? It's a little trick for you. Little British trick to take home. Ooh, can't wait to mold that soap tonight. As soon as we get out of the carpool lane. I'm a big fan of your governor, though. Big fan of Arnie. I like Arnie. I think he's great. I mean, I think we should have film stars running our country. I think make politics a little bit more interesting. I always just love watching him. It's so bizarre for British people watching him, just like, hey, how are you doing? Quick, get behind prop 75. Get behind prop 95. Prop 61. I'm an actor. I need a lot of props. Come on. It's got a lot of props. Buy that. And I love that noise he makes in every movie. That noise, that... The hell was that? What did they run out of script one day and be like, I don't know, quick, get to the chopper now.
I know why Arnold makes that noise. It's the sound of his throat pumping iron. He's got strong throat muscles. And you should never say that about another guy out loud. That's not the kind of manning up we want on this show. Next, we take a comedy road trip with Lou Dinos. I call shotgun. We'll be back with more Man Up Stand Up after this. Time for more Man Up Stand Up. Lou Dinos hates traveling so much. I hear he even hates the Travel Channel, which I didn't even know existed. Hey, if it ain't this channel, sports, or scrambled porn, then it's blocked. Now let's take a trip with Lou Dinos.
I just got back from Detroit, so it's good to be here. I read in the paper 2 days before I got to Detroit that this guy got on a bus in Detroit, took out a gun, and tried to rob the driver. 19 people shot him. So it's good to be here. I was in Ottawa, in Canada, 6 girls to every guy in Ottawa. Impressive. What they don't tell you, though, is that 5 of them liked each other a heck of a bunch. I met 2 real nice girls there, Mike and Pete. So it's good to be here. I was in Omaha. I want to give you my impression of somebody in Omaha dying laughing. So it's good to be here. And I went to Niagara Falls. Now listen, if you've never been to Niagara Falls, you gotta go to Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls is simply awesome. You look at the falls and you think to yourself, there must be a God. And then I spent 3.5 hours in the Buffalo airport and I thought, maybe not. 3.5 hours in the Buffalo airport, ladies and gentlemen. I took a dump and I didn't even have to go. 3 weeks ago, I was driving home, minding my own business, and a cop pulled me over for one of those random sobriety tests, and I didn't have a drink the whole night. He told me to touch my nose. I said, touch it? I can pick it. Can a drunk guy do this? Have fun with cops is what I'm trying to tell you here, ladies and gentlemen. They're human, they're cops, have fun. Next time you're walking down the street and you see a cop car drive down the road, that's an everyday occurrence, right? Act startled, then run. Better yet, follow them in your car. Follow them. Finally, they'll pull over, you get out of your car, walk up to their car. He'll roll down his window, you say, how do you like it? You got any idea how fast I was going? It's assist, the serve and protect. Why don't you run across the road, give me a cup of coffee? But not from McDonald's. Doesn't McDonald's make the hottest coffee on the damn planet? I light my cigarette off of McDonald's coffee. And I drink a lot of coffee. It's going to kill me, but when I'm dead, I'm going to be awake. You really want to have fun with a cop? Next time you see a cop walking down the street, kick him in the ass. When he turns around, say, sorry, wrong guy. It holds up in court, I know what I'm talking about. I love to read. Reading is good. Let me just say one thing if I can here, ladies and gentlemen. It's important. Reading, I encourage it. The more you read, the more you learn. The more you learn, the bigger your vocabulary. The bigger your vocabulary, you begin to talk more better. And I'm telling you, I read this book about the Kennedys, the famous Kennedys. They had 3 sons to talk about, John, Robert, and Edward. You know what they called them? Jack, Bobby, and Teddy. 3 people, 6 names. And you know why they called John Jack? For short. My name is Lou, you can call me Ned. For short. And I read this book about Einstein. Let me tell you something about Einstein that you might not know, because I read the book. Einstein only used 3% of his brain. That's it. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I use less than that. Nobody's writing a book about me.
I love messing with cops. One time I got wasted, crashed my car into a 7-Eleven, and outran 2 cops till they lost me. Yeah! Wait, that was my fantasy. In reality, I just refilled my Slurpee cup without paying for it. Take that, Buzz! Man Up, Stand Up will be right back. Thanks for watching Man Up, Stand Up. Now, we're not just funny, we're educational. Let's see what you've learned in the Man Up Recap. Tony Boswell proves that women love to argue more than men. They should just argue with each other, in bikinis and mud. Maybe without the bikini tops. I think I'm starting to like arguing. Jesse Sanchez Jr. reminds us you can tell what a man does by what's on his shoes. If it's paint, he does painting. If it's manure, he does gardening. And if it's lipstick, he does the Kama Sutra. Jason Canning shows us how he uses little tiny pieces of soap to wash his nipples. Guys, when the soap gets down to this big and you're about to throw it out, don't. There are nipples out there that need to be washed. And Lou Dinos teaches us that Einstein only used 3% of his brain. Usually us guys don't know how much brain we use. Then again, we usually don't think with our brains. The D in my PhD don't stand for doctor. Well, that's all the manning up you need from me today. This has been Comedy Time presents Man Up, Stand Up. I'm Adam Hunter and I'm out. Peace.